Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Deidre-ann and I write romance with black girls that kick ass. Now, today's video would be a little different if you realize I am not on screen, as this week has been horrible for me. I have been having chronic flares. If you are completely new to me and my channel, you wouldn't know, but I suffer from rheumatoid arthritis and acute fibromyalgia. So when the time changes, it gives me real bad flares and I get joint pains. So right now my wrist hurts, my back hurts, my knee hurts. So it's a little hard to actually function without flinching or taking a break. So I couldn't sit in front of the camera to actually record today's video, but I do want to still give you content. I did wait out the week. I normally post the video around Wednesday or Thursday, but it was just not happening on those days. So I did wait out the week to see if it would have gotten better. It hasn't gotten better, but not 100%. So I decided I'd give you guys a video with my lovely animated self here and walk you guys through what we'll be discussing this week. So in light of my situation, this week we'll be talking about writing advice, and this will be my critique on writing advice on writing with chronic illnesses and how to deal with that. So if you trouble or if you suffer from any illnesses that limits your mobility or limits your functionality, stay tuned, as I'll be giving you tips that I use to get through times like these when you're having flares. Okay, let's get into the video. So the first tip for writing with chronic illnesses is to set realistic goals. I, for one, am guilty of not doing this. So because you know that there will be periods of time where you will not be able to function as you generally would, you need to give yourself grace and make goals that will take this into account. For example, if you know on a good day that you can probably get through 1,000 words, right? Then you can set that as a goal. What I do is set good day goals and bad day goals. So on a good day, I want to write at least 1,000 to 1,500 words, right? Anything over that is gorgeously good. However, on a bad day, I may only be able to write 50 words or 200 words. And I have to give myself grace to know that that's okay. So instead of setting one high goal, try to give yourself like an actual goal and a, not say bad day goal, but a minimum goal. So as long as you pass the minimum on those days that are bad, count it as a win. Give yourself the grace to actually feel like you accomplished something. All right, the second tip that I have for writing with chronic illnesses is to ensure that you find what works for you and do it in a comfortable position. So for me, for example, as I said, I have RA and I have joint pains, terrible joint pains. I also have acute fibromyalgia, so sometimes my nerves hurt. It just hurts. Sometimes it just burns and I can't. There's no way to explain it. No one can understand but me because I'm the one going through it. But writing, it does not happen. Does not happen. My brain focuses on the pain and nothing else. Right? So I can't actually physically type. But what I do is, like, I come up with ideas in my head and I make note of them. I might do a recording on my phone, or I might be able to tell Google what to put down because I have an Android phone, or tell Siri if you have an iPhone. But give yourself the ability to actually do something, even when it seems like there's nothing that you can do. If you come up with an idea and you're not able to write it down, then make a recording. If you know how to dictate, or if you like dictating, you can dictate your novel. if you're in the mind frame to do so. You may not be able to hammer out 5,000 words or 2,000 words, but even 50 words would be okay. Just do what you can and know that it's good enough. Number 3, the third tip I have is to be okay with doing nothing. This may sound counterproductive. However, when you're struggling with chronic illnesses, sometimes doing nothing is the best move for you. I know that it can be daunting on your mind to think, or you can feel you're a failure because you haven't written in a whole week, or you haven't been able to write in a whole month, God forbid. But if you took that time to take care of yourself, to take care of your mental health, to take care of your physical health, then that's only making you stronger to write for a longer period. So sometimes doing nothing is actually the best thing you can do, because forcing yourself to write and then not being able to do anything for another 3 months instead of the 1 month you were down would be worse. So I know it's hard because as writers, we want to accomplish things. And when we don't get anything accomplished for a long period of time, it puts us in a state of depression, or we're down in the funk because we felt like we didn't accomplish our goals, or we didn't get what we needed to get done, achieved. But sometimes we have to look at the bigger picture. So maybe you're on altitude and maybe you were able to get a video done. Or maybe you were able to edit a piece of a video. Or maybe you were able to write a paragraph instead of a whole scene, or a paragraph instead of a whole 4 chapters that you had planned to do that week. As I said, the theme of this whole video is to give yourself grace. Understand that there are limitations that you will have to face, and be okay with doing nothing. Instead, do something else that fills your creative well. Maybe watch that TV show you've been dying to watch, or listen to that audiobook. Or if you can't actually grip a book, go ahead and read that book that you've been dying to read. But do something else. All these things fills your creative well, and then when you're actually ready to sit down and write, then you'll be able to hammer through it. Again, giving yourself grace is the main theme of this video, because that's what you will need to do when you have chronic illnesses. So whether that's for giving yourself grace for not meeting that goal, or giving yourself grace for not being able to write, or giving yourself grace because you have to just take a break and work out that joint that's hurting, or take a break and stretch out your back, or take a break and take a nap. It's just what you have to do in order to get ahead. Those were the 3 tips that I had for you guys, or the top 3 things I do. It is still hard sometimes for me to take my own advice, so I know that it won't be easy for you immediately, but just remember, you need to give yourself grace. If I took a drink every time I said that, I'd probably be drunk by now. But that's the main thing. So remember, always, always, always give yourself grace for not being able to do everything that you set out to do all at once. All right, now if you haven't already, don't know why you wouldn't have, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the thumbs up button so you know every time I publish a video, and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Again, my name is deidre-ann, and I write romance with Black girls that kick ass. So if that's something that you like, go ahead and come along on this journey with me. Hopefully, the next video you'll see my beautiful face. If not, then our animated friend will be back here. But I will have a video for you posted, whether it's with me or with my animated D. So come along for the ride, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!